Please like and subscribe.
5-Minute Marvel Spiderman Stories. The Widow's Sting. Spider-Man was casually swinging through the streets of New York City. It was the weekend, and crime fighting had been kind of quiet. Not that he was complaining. Sometimes a superhero could use a nice day of just wall crawling and web slinging. Looking down, he thought he saw a familiar face in the shadows. He swung over to take a closer look. Landing on top of a building, he found himself face to face with the famous Avenger, Black Widow. "Hey, Widow, making the rounds?" Spidey asked. "I'm having a slow day. How about you?" At first, Black Widow looked surprised to see him, but then she smiled.
Wow.
"I guess it is rather a light day, isn't it?" she agreed. Spider-Man noticed she was staring at something. He followed her gaze to Avengers Tower in the distance. "If you're looking to head home soon, I could give you a ride," he offered, Spidey style. Black Widow's smile widened. "Yes, it would be wonderful to see the Avengers again." Again? Spidey thought. Black Widow is an Avenger. Wouldn't she be there all the time? But Spider-Man, not being an Avenger himself, shrugged it off. Black Widow climbed onto Spider-Man's back. "Hold on," he said as they swung toward Avengers Tower.
5 minutes later.
Okay, let's go.
When they arrived at the tower, Spider-Man walked up to the security door and placed his hand on the scanner. "Avengers guest, Spider-Man, identity, confirmed, welcome," the computerized voice said. "What a friendly building," Spidey noted. The doors opened, and Spider-Man began to walk inside. Black Widow started to follow, but Spider-Man stopped her. "Don't you have to check in?" Black Widow lifted her cold eyes. Spider-Man's Spidey sense tingled. "Of course," Black Widow said, placing her hand on the security scanner. The alarm began to sound. "Identity unknown, intruder alert, intruder alert." Black Widow, or whoever this impostor was, suddenly raised her arm and destroyed the scanner with her wrist blaster. "Hey, that was a very friendly computer. You didn't have to blow it up like that, fake Widow," Spider-Man said. The Black Widow impostor lunged at Spider-Man. She was trying to get into Avengers Tower. Spider-Man fired a web toward her, but the imposter vaulted through the air and landed gracefully on her feet behind him. "Thanks for the ride, Spider-Man. You even held the door for me. Such a gentleman." Black Widow ran toward the open door, only to have it slam in her face. "I guess you're not on the guest list," Spider-Man said.
2,000 years later.
Frustrated, the false Black Widow blasted the doors. The doors still didn't budge. "Keep knocking. I don't think they're gonna let you in," Spider-Man said. As Spider-Man and the imposter began to fight, a familiar-looking shield blocked one of the blasts that was about to hit Spider-Man. Another bolt of energy came shooting down from above, landing near the imposter's feet. Looking up, Spider-Man saw two of his Avengers friends coming to his aid, Captain America and Iron Man. Boy, am I glad to see you guys, Spidey said. Oh, and even though it looks like it, that is not Black Widow. We know, said Captain America. The real Black Widow is away on a mission. That and this widow is trying to blast you, Iron Man said as he flew down to face whoever was impersonating their fellow Avenger. The false Black Widow flipped and dodged Cap's shield as she fired her wrist blaster at Iron Man. If only you had stepped aside and let me through, Spider-Fool.
You make me so mad.
Sorry, rules are rules. I don't want to lose my guest pass, Spidey quipped, dodging one of the phony widow's blasts. Iron Man dove down, but the impostor was too fast, flipping over him and grabbing onto his back. You shouldn't give rides to strangers, Iron Man, the villain said.
What?
Suddenly, Captain America's shield flew from behind and struck the impostor in the knees, knocking her to the ground with a thud. Swinging into action, Spider-Man quickly webbed the evildoer's hands together, jamming the wrist blasters. I think it's time we find out who is behind the Black Widow mask, Spidey said. Spider-Man pulled on the impostor's hair, but instead of a wig coming off on his hands, the foe's entire body changed. Where Black Widow had been, there now lay the pale-faced villain, the Chameleon. The Chameleon was a master of disguise, and his suit gave him the ability to take the form of anyone. I thought Black Widow was looking a little pale today, Spidey said, and you nearly fell for it too, the Chameleon snarled. As Iron Man flew away from the Chameleon, Spider-Man turned to Captain America. I hope this doesn't mean I'm banned from Avengers Tower for life, Cap laughed. Spider-Man, if you hadn't made sure that imposter followed the rules, the Chameleon would have been able to sneak in. You're always welcome here, son. Spidey was relieved. Good. Can we go inside now? Avengers Tower has the best video games and snacks in town.
Wow.
The end.